Good morning, chickens. What you doing, baby?
What?
What you doing?
I'm just waiting for a nugget to come out, so when I'm trying to go out, I can grab it.
Oh, here you go. Here you go, chickens. Here you go, chickens. Here you go, chickens. Oh, there they go. You didn't.
Hey, I'm so jealous I'm gonna get out there and eat all the
You weren't able to grab that one, that's for sure.
Because I snuck up behind it.
What's this one's name? Is this Thud?
Is it? It doesn't.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Thud is named Thud because she's very much not graceful when she comes down from the roost. It's a big thud. Everyone has to crowd around the same one when there's a whole pile of food over there.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. They're so cute. Good boy. Good boy.
Should we go check on the kittens?
Oh, yes, we should.
Good morning, little kittens.
Please move so I can put my... Hi. Hi.
Well, good morning.
Would you? Hi. She's pawing so much.
I know, she's so... Oh, I mean he's so excited to see you. Oh.
Now they're all...
Gotta get your morning exercise.
Oh. They're so cute. Look at it.
It's just about 10:30 and I'm going to make some breakfast, and I decided to experiment a bit with the egg pudding recipe that I posted a couple weeks ago now. I decided I'm gonna try to do a chocolate version. I have my super dark, like Oreo cookie cocoa. I'm gonna use that. Add some vanilla and add some of the allulose with stevia blend. I also thought I could make it maybe a little bit smoother by using the immersion blender a bit after I get all the ingredients in. I'm gonna be using eggs from our own chickens, which are a little bit smaller than large eggs, so I'll probably reduce the cook time by a minute or two just to be on the safe side because I don't want it to overcook. My eggs come up to just right at a cup, so I'm gonna add water up to 2 cups. Splash of vanilla. I think just maybe a heaping tablespoon of the cocoa. I love the dark black color of this cocoa. It really does taste like Oreo cookies to me. When you do chocolate, you want to add extra sweetener because the cocoa is bitter and you don't want to have the end product be bitter, so I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of the sweetener, and I can always sprinkle more on top if it needs more at the end. And just a little pinch of salt. That looks pretty good. I'm using my handy silicone trivet again. You can make this even more decadent with heavy cream or coconut milk or half and half or almond milk, anything like that instead of water. I'm adding about 1.5 cups of water to my Instant Pot liner. I like how the handles of this trivet pop together, so it's all ready to lower down in here. Lock the lid, and the regular cook time for 6 eggs is 12 minutes on low pressure, but I'm gonna just set it for 10 minutes, and I just want to make sure that it doesn't overcook, and so I'll check it, and if it's not quite done, I can put it back in for a minute or so. While my egg pudding is cooking, I'm gonna mix up my electrolyte drink. This is a 40-ounce cup, and I thought it would be yummy to try some mango lemonade, so I am going to mix the mango with the lemon lime. How could it be bad? I imagine it will be delicious. So I usually do 1.5 scoops of the mix in my 40-ounce cup, so I'm gonna do 3/4 of a scoop of each flavor. I like that. The flavor of the mango is really strong, which is great if you love mango flavor, but the mixture, it kind of tones down the mango flavor a little bit. It's really good. Mango lemonade, I recommend. So we have one exciting thing planned today, which is we are going to visit a dog that, it's like a rescue dog that we may foster and then possibly adopt. So we're all headed out to do a meet and greet, and that is at 1 o'clock, so right around lunchtime. So I'm eating my breakfast a little bit later because I don't want to try to eat an early lunch. I want to have enough to hold me through until after the meeting, so maybe have an early dinner later or a really late lunch later. So I made sure not to eat too early this morning. Cook time just finished, and I don't want it to overcook, so I'm doing a quick pressure release. Let's see how well this cooked. Ooh. Has a little bit different texture, probably because of the cocoa. Ooh, but that's just on the top. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That looks perfect. I think blending it is what I'm gonna do from now on with the little stick blender, because this is beautiful. And it's perfectly cooked all the way through. Look at that. All right, it's really hot, but I'm gonna try to taste it real quick, but I will be adding some toppings to it, so just get a baseline taste. The texture is almost like Jell-O. It does need more sweetener. I've found that this sweetener blend, even with the stevia, it's not super sweet, because allulose is less sweet than sugar, and even with the stevia added, it's still not quite as sweet as sugar. So I'm gonna add a good coating of it on top of here. And then, although it doesn't seem like it all the time, I do try to limit my dairy consumption. I don't always succeed, but since I had cream in my coffee this morning, and I'll probably have more coffee with cream later in the day, I am going to top this with coconut milk. And if you guys have not tried the Aroy D coconut milk, you have to give it a try. It is the best coconut milk that I have found. The taste is so clean. It's way better than canned coconut milk for me. It's so, so good. And I get it at a local Asian market, and that's the cheapest way to get it. You can also get it on Amazon, and I can link that down below for you guys. It's so, so good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and top this with the coconut milk and a little bit more allulose. And I probably won't eat this whole bowl. Even though those eggs were small, that's still 6 eggs. And I probably won't eat it all, but I'm gonna sit and use this bowl and eat as much as I want to eat, and then I will put the rest away. This would be even better with whipped cream on top. That would make it like a beautiful dessert. I'm gonna go sit down with this and I'll show you how much I have left over at the end. I think I ate pretty close to half of it. It's so good and so weird. I was so unexpected that it turned out so much like Jell-O instead of like a creamy pudding like normal. I think the cocoa kind of worked like a starch or a flour substitute, and so it changed the texture. But I love that it doesn't taste eggy at all. It just tastes like Jell-O. Creamy chocolate coconut Jell-O. And I know the color looks weird. It looks like activated charcoal or something. But it does taste really good, even though it looks kind of bizarre. Oh, I know. This would be a great thing to make for Halloween. Like, do some weird stuff with it. I wonder if you could like bake it into silicone molds into shapes. Since it's so Jell-O-like, I wonder if it would work like that. That would be weird. Or you could do like jigglers, like put it in a shallow pan. I just don't know how the cook time would work on that, but you could cut it out with cookie cutters. What do you think of that, Levi?
I don't. Dude.
It's good?
Yeah, I don't want it.
You don't want it. Why don't you want it?
It has eggs.
Because it has eggs. Oh, poor Levi can't eat eggs. There's this tiny bit of leftover bacon from the breakfast I cooked for everybody else. and I'm gonna go ahead and eat it. There wasn't much bacon, so I was waiting to see if there was some left, and this is left, so I'm gonna have this as the end of my breakfast, and the saltiness after the sweet will be perfect. About to head out to go visit the puppy, or the dog. It's a 2-year-old dog. And I am going to make myself a coffee to take along with me. So we decided to stop by Chipotle and get lunch just to keep things simple because we were out and hungry. And so I got a burrito bowl, half steak, half chicken with corn salsa, pico de gallo, cheese, sour cream is in there, and fajita vegetables. So my big carb splurge is the corn salsa. It's really yummy, and I seem to do pretty well with it. After we met that dog, it was pretty clear that it wasn't the right temperament for our family. She was just really skittish and really scared, and I don't think it would be a good combination with Poe. He's already kind of a scaredy cat. It just wasn't the right fit. So that was a bummer, but I know the right one will come along eventually. We have a couple other leads, so we're working on that. It's just gonna take some work to find the right fit for us. I'm gonna make a smaller dinner because we had a late lunch, and so I'm just going to take a pack of drumsticks here and bread them with pork rinds. Oh, I need to get the Parmesan cheese. This is yummy Parmesan cheese. It's organic, it's from Costco. So I'm gonna bread the chicken drumsticks in some pork rind crumbs, some Parmesan cheese, a little bit of Creole seasoning, and I thought I'd put in some ranch seasoning. I want to get the ranch pork rind crumbs from Pork King Good, but I haven't gotten them yet. I told myself I would use these up before I ordered any more, but I figured I could just throw some ranch seasoning in, and then I have ranch pork rind crumbs. So Charity, what are you cooking over here for dinner?
I'm making my fries.
Fries. They're obsessed with making fries these days. They just discovered my little chopper here. It makes kind of tiny fries, like home fries.
It makes life way too much easier.
Way too much easier?
Yeah, it's too easy.
Oh, maybe I should ban you from using it. All right, and so where are you gonna cook these?
In the air fryer.
And how long do you cook them, and for how long? No, wait, how long do you cook them and on what temperature?
400 degrees and for 13 minutes. And maybe an extra like 4 or 5 after that.
So, do you like shake them or anything in the middle of the time? Like once or twice?
You start with 13 minutes and it's preheated already. Like at about 5 minutes you can shake it, and then 5 minutes later you can shake it, and then just.
And then if it's not quite crispy enough at 13 minutes, you put it in for like 3 or 4 more minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll have to show the finished product.
Yes. Oh, and the only thing that makes them taste the best is this.
Yep, they're obsessed. I had to ban the children from eating this plain. They were just shaking it onto their hands and eating it plain. And I said, you know what? We can't afford to just eat bottles of this plain. So they've been banned from that. You also spray them with avocado oil, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Nice. Probably just go ahead and use that all up. Add in a bunch of Parmesan. So this will be Parmesan ranch chicken legs. Lots of ranch. And this just gives everything good flavor, so I always have to add that. It's plenty. Every time I use this, it makes me sneeze. So I'm just gonna coat the legs in some cream And normally I would use an egg in the coating, but my son is allergic to eggs and I want to make sure he can eat some of these, so I'm just doing cream, which works all right. Ready to go in the air fryer. I'll probably have to do 2 batches in my air fryer, and I'm thinking they'll take like 20 to 25 minutes. That's an estimate. Time for a refill on my electrolyte drink. I'm gonna do mixed berry this time. Gotta switch it up. It makes life exciting. Ooh, those look so good. This is gonna be my dinner tonight. I may not eat all 3, but I figured I'd put them on my plate and give it a try. I'd rather not get hungry for a snack before bed, so I'm gonna try to eat a good amount. And I already had a lot of veggies at lunch on that Chipotle bowl, so I'm doing no veggies tonight, just sticking with the meat. I thought I might have a decaf coffee after dinner, but I just never felt like I needed it, so I'm not, and it's about bedtime. I am going to take a nice hot bath because the weather is getting just cool enough in the evening that hot baths are sounding nice again, which I'm excited about. So that's it for me today. Thanks for coming along with me on this What I Eat in a Day video, and I will see you again real soon.